Welcome to Rat Girls Podcast. I'm Abigail Jensen, and today we are...
And I'm Jesse Towns.
Joined by my husband, Jesse Towns.
Whoa, husband.
Who's a huge Heated Rivalry fan. So
I am a huge Heated Rivalry fan.
He joined us to talk about episode 1 through 3 in this episode, and then next, part 2, we're going to talk about 3 to 6.
Oh, did you tell my agent that we were going to do 2 episodes?
Yeah, I need to make sure I can afford you.
I'd like to go back. Did you say husband?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, I thought we were just like seeing where this thing...
Yeah, we're seeing where it goes.
Yeah, I didn't realize that we had... Okay, that's good to know.
Good to know. Want to put a label on this thing?
Yeah.
Down to GTR to find the relationship. So this week was a rough one.
I have my coffee.
Okay, yeah, maybe don't drink it into the microphone. Yeah, some ASMR. Let's update the people on our week before we get into the good stuff.
Yeah.
The week was rough.
It was a long one.
My grandpa died. Mm-hmm. Our dog ate meth. Mm-hmm. And then I went into psychosis.
Mm-hmm. Yep. She took some meds she shouldn't have taken.
Not meth. But a version of meth. You know, Adderall is a version of meth.
Well, I mean, yes.
Yeah. But so our dog ate meth off the streets. So if you're in West Hollywood and if you're in LA, be careful because there's meth on the streets apparently. They're going to put this on Fox News.
Yeah.
LA is full of meth.
Yeah. All the immigrants are doing meth.
Yeah, and it's like, no.
No.
Please don't do that, Fox News.
Fox News, just get out of here, Fox News.
Why are you here? This is a leftist podcast. Go away.
Also, I've heard about it. I'd never seen it, but I started seeing some clips from Newsmax.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh my, it's like...
Is it right wing?
Yes, it's like if Fox News was somehow... It's as if Fox News had done meth. And then just went... Like, it's no journalistic integrity whatsoever.
Great.
And they're just railing on everybody who's not them.
They're like, there's meth on California streets and dogs are eating it. And then they're becoming thugs.
Meth. Dogs are eating meth and then they're becoming gay.
Yeah. I wish. No, so we took Bartok to the emergency vet. They had to pump his stomach. $450 later, here we are.
Here we are. That is an interesting question, though. Back to dogs being gay. Do other animals feel attraction like we do?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think dolphins, like, they fuck for fun. They're like the only animals that have sex for anything other than procreation, I think.
Will they do it with each other? Like, will they do it with, like...
I don't know if they have multiple partners or one. I think it's one partner. They usually travel with their partner.
But I mean, like, is it always male-female, or are there, like, male-male partners?
No, there's male-male, too.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, we need a dolphin heated rivalry next.
Yeah!
And I don't mean the NFL team. Thank you.
Wow. Okay, so let's talk about Heated Rivalry. We loved it. There's some light in the world.
Yeah. Did we say Bart's okay with the meth?
Bart's okay.
Yeah, Bart's fine.
He's alive and well and meth-free.
He probably honestly kind of liked it a little bit. So.
Yeah, it's probably fun for 1 second. Just like me taking Adderall was fun for a second, and then it was like, why do I see and hear things that aren't here?
She was literally hallucinating, LOL.
So it's not for everyone. Usually take Ritalin. That's fine. Adderall for some reason. No.
No.
But okay, so this show, Heated Rivalry, is so good. It's like dopamine, directly injected into my veins.
Yeah.
And I think that it's such a good thing right now when so many things feel very bleak, that we also have this to, so much is so bleak with Trump, obviously, and ICE, and all these horrible right-wing things. And then we have this show that's just so full of love and, not even about being accepted. Like, the weird view is if you're not accepting, what? Am I screaming?
No, your ear thing looks funny.
Oh, it's like, it's...
You should fix it.
It's like that?
No, you're like, yeah, that.
Wait.
Yeah, you need to just take it off.
Oh my God, okay.
There she is.
It's so full of love and so happy, and it's like, there's not even a question if gay people are accepted, which it's just like, no, this is the world we live in. Like, it's, with the hockey, yeah, sorry.
There is a question as to whether gay people are accepted.
But in the little moments when they tell their parents, when they tell people in their life, awesome, it always goes positively.
Yes, what's awesome is there's no negativity around it when it happens.
There's no negativity. And so I think that this is just like a bright spot in our world right now. And I haven't felt this way about anyone.
I mean, the only negativity is from
Aaliyah's dad.
Aaliyah's dad, and brother. Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
And just them feeling like they can't come out like.
Are we allowed to spoil on this?
Yeah, don't listen to this if you haven't heard spoilers.
Okay, because I loved that scene with his mom, with Shane and his mom at the end.
Okay, well
I know it was just so heartbreaking and also beautiful.
I know.
And, I mean this, yeah. Anyways, I legitimately think this is the best love story that's been told.
Yeah, it's really good. I haven't felt this way about anything since the Jonas Brothers, where I just am absolutely like obsessed with rooting for, like, just want the best for them. I don't feel that way currently about the Jonas Brothers.
I thought it was a weird. Jonas Brothers was a weird.
When I was 13, I had this fandom for the Jonas Brothers, and I feel that about Connor and Hudson and all these men on the show. And women.
Francois.
Well, he's not a woman, but and I just think people like it because it's yearning. People want to see people yearn. Mm-hmm. They want to see happy endings. Mm-hmm. And
there were a lot of happy endings.
Whoa. And they want to see
I meant coming.
It has a lot of tropes in it that are like, because why are the girlies loving it? The girlies, the gay guys, the straight guys, everyone's loving it, but it has a lot of great romance tropes in it that I love, which is enemies to lovers, forbidden romance, one person being more dom, one person being more sub, introducing someone to sex for the first time, choosing each other over others, friends with benefits. I'm Francois. Friends with benefits, or enemies with benefits. And yeah, this is just like, the romance story of the century.
I mean, I definitely agree with the yearning part of it. I don't know if, honestly, the thing that when I said the best love story, I can only think of three other love stories that have really affected me that way.
Eternal Sunshine,
and Slumdog Millionaire.
I've never seen.
Is so good. And Everything Everywhere All at Once, kind of. But for me, especially Slumdog Millionaire, it's all about him trying to get back to this girl that he loved. And so when he, spoiler alert, finally does, it's so beautiful because you've seen everything he's gone through in his life to get there. And this felt like that. I mean, like, I had no idea going into it that it was over the course of years. I thought it was like one season.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's over the course of years, the fact that they literally like build up to their first like real coming together with like small moments, is really, really awesome. And then like after that, one of the scenes I absolutely love is the touching of the feet.
Yeah.
When they're doing is that after they've hooked up once?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, like, just stuff like that, or like them doing the ad where they're, they keep coming face to face.
Yeah. That was before they hooked up.
Oh, that was before they hooked up? Okay. But there was just like, there was so much yearning. And then once they got each other, they were still yearning for each other, which is, I mean, like, it's sad that they had to do that, but that makes for a beautiful story.
It makes for way more yearning. You get to see the sexiness of like hookups.
Yeah.
I love a friends with benefits trope where the two people actually end up falling in love with each other because, it doesn't take away from the yearning, the fact that they're having sex together. It's like, oh, now all the yearning's gone. We made it to the happy point in the relationship. Yeah. It's like, no, the sex is like rougher and about, sex and primal, whereas it's the little moments in between that are the yearning for something softer. And
they just like, I mean, the yearning literally never stops. Even when they, tell each other they love each other. Now they have to figure out how to tell the world. You know what I mean? Like, the yearning to just be with each other never stops. And And so when they hit these little milestones throughout with those little things peppered through, it's just it's beautiful. I also think mixed in with the yearning, like back to that, them talking to the press and they're touching each other's feet, like those moments were so beautiful.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing that felt on the nose. Mm-hmm. There was nothing that felt overblown. There was nothing that felt, oh, you're hitting me over the head with this. It all just felt honest. And it was so, it was just beautiful. Like those moments were beautiful. I loved them. I also think that you mentioned the sex scenes. Like the intimacy coordinator is a fucking bomb.
Oh, the best.
The best sex scenes I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. We watched 50 Shades. Dear God. Are you kidding me?
Everyone's being tortured in 50 Shades, including the actors and the audience.
Like tortured, but not in like the fun, sexy way.
No,
tortured like this isn't fun to watch.
This is not fun to watch. Wait, let me.
But can I just finish what I was going to say about the sex scenes? Because I have
a whole list of bullet points.
But I do think that the way that she moved between they were just the most satisfying sex scenes in the realm of what they were trying to do. Because at the beginning, it was lust. Yeah. And then, because Shane started to feel a little bit more, and Ilya couldn't understand that or couldn't understand it within himself, now it was like becoming a little bit more passionate, but then it would get, that passion would stop and it'd become lust again until finally it was just passion. And you felt that in the sex scenes. Yeah. Like, it was so good. It was so good.
Yeah, it's incredible. At one point, I stood up when we were watching with Jesse and I said, I love men, which is something I've never said in my life before.
Yeah, it's usually the exact opposite.
But so I want to talk about why this show is resonating so much with women.
Okay.
What's your experience? No, just kidding.
LOL.
LOL. But Nectar Semantics posted a thread about why she thinks straight women like the show. She said, the fact that so many straight women are obsessed with Heated Rivalry shows me that women do not hate men. They just hate what toxic masculinity has become under the patriarchy and heteronormativity.
Yeah, definitely.
We love men. We love men who don't view masculinity as being raging, angry, like...
I think it's just we don't love the men that can't understand that it's okay to be, for lack of a better way of saying it, like, I don't even like saying feminine, but like...
No, softer.
Softer,
in your feels. Like, not feminine, but...
Yeah, vulnerable, and you don't, like...
Because feminine, like, your masculinity includes softness, includes feeling.
But I mean, like, I think the terms masculinity and femininity are fucking stupid.
Oh, they are. I don't subscribe to feminine or masculine energy.
Because I do think that inherently makes you think one way, I'm a man, I should be masculine, and then masculine is defined as such. Whereas it's like, we should all have parts of both in there. You know what I mean? Like, there's benefits to both of those, quote unquote, whatever they are. And we should all be all of it.
Also, the show is just a reminder that masculinity doesn't have to be toxic, like we were saying. It's a growing desire to see male vulnerability and intimacy can include tenderness and desire.
One of the things that I loved, just like, because you mentioned, masculinity doesn't have to be this or that. I love that they showed when they were at the cottage. And after they had done, their stuff, they then started just like playing soccer together. Oh, yeah. And it's like, that is what we think of as an inherently masculine thing, as being a jock, but also they just did this thing that's inherently not a masculine thing. It's like, it just showed...
No, gender roles are stupid, and they're old school, and gender, and everything's more fluid than that.
Yeah. And I liked that it showed that gay people aren't just, whatever, effeminate or whatever. They're fucking bros, too.
Bros. Okay, the other thing women loved about the show, I think, is the consent. I don't know if you noticed this, but Aaliyah's always like, are you okay? Are you okay?
Of course.
Yeah,
I love that.
Great.
Yeah.
And then I think women liked it because gay smut, this is according to a sex therapist, Tanner, Casey Tanner, gay smut is a way to enjoy raw desire without stepping into the role of performer or object as a woman. Like, we're not watching and feeling objectified. Like, I don't feel like the camera is objectifying either of them.
Yes.
Or they're trying to show the audience, look how hot they are, you know? Whereas when I watch Euphoria and Sydney Sweeney's on screen, I do think they're trying to show us look how hot she is.
Totally. I mean, you can see the male gaze in something like a Euphoria.
Yeah. It's so funny how the world feels so much safer without the male gaze.
Yeah. It is.
So yeah, a woman doesn't have to watch it and be like, oh, women as a whole, or, are being objectified right now. Oh, I also think the girlies like the show because it's like double the hotness. It's double the guys you get to have a crush on, which is fun. You don't just have a crush on the male main character because there's 2 male main characters, which is fun. And I think it does that in a way that's not fetishizing either of these men. Like, these men are full people, and when you're, like, looking at them on the screen, you're not like, hell yeah, daddy. It's not, like, all just about looking sexy and hot. It's just like, I have a crush on this person as the full character they are.
Yeah.
Which I think is really cool. And I think, like we talked about, the cinematography really adds to that.
Talk about one of both of our favorite scenes is, I think, either episode 3 or 4, where they're at the club.
Oh, that's my favorite, episode 4.
So good. It's so good. And like, it's literally just on each of their faces. You know what I mean? And there's like sexy stuff kind of going on around them, but like, you're not focusing on that. You're focusing on them, Yeah, definitely. And even in the sex scenes.
Oh, yeah. The sex scenes feel safe. 1, if you're a woman, because there's not a woman being objectified. But 2, I mean, I love hole. I love seeing hole. I love seeing dong. I love seeing vagina and all that stuff. But I think the fact that we're never shown any body part, like besides just
chest and butt,
it makes people feel safe. Like it's up to them how much they imagine, or like how much they, like they're not feeling like, oh, now there's a dong in your face.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, yes. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting because I'm trying to reconcile that with like the fact that it is very graphic. It is very graphic, but it doesn't feel uncomfortably graphic. But I would be curious. I mean, for me, I would be curious if there were any men that were uncomfortable by it, I guess.
Straight men.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there were, but that's just because they're stupid.
Yeah, that's because they suck.
Yeah.
And straight men should have to start in prison and then fight their way out.
What?
Prove to us that they deserve to not be in prison. I think women also love this show because they're not the villains in the show. Like, the women don't get in the way of these relationships. Like, Rose, is supportive of Shane being gay immediately and does not feel like she's being slighted. Same with Svetlana. She's like very understanding, or just knows what their relationship is.
Yeah.
So I think women are like, wow, this is such a safe show.
Yeah, and his friend, Kip's friend.
Oh yeah, Elena. He's looking out for him. Yeah.
Kip's friend who. Yeah, and then also the girl from
Maria.
The other girl from the coffee shop. Yeah. She's awesome.
She's awesome. Yeah, so I feel like this is just a really good show for girls and gays and theys and men. Obviously, it's a good show for everyone. But one of the things, I think most people are being respectful, but you probably haven't even seen this discourse yet. There's fan discourse that basically, oh my God, Bart's face under the door. Like, I think overall, most people watching the show, too, are being very respectful and not fetishizing the actors and not equating them to their characters and, like, just rooting for them. I do think there's a few people who have taken it too far with parasocial relationships.
Yeah.
Who are convinced the actors, they're going to date the actors one day. So if they find out the actors are dating someone else, they're very upset about it, which is not normal behavior.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just want to say to anyone doing that, stop.
Stop it.
Stop. That's weird as hell. You do not know these people. I remember, it reminds me how, like, the assistants in Hollywood know everything. I was an assistant in Hollywood. We know the relationship status, the sexuality of everyone, actually, versus, like, the general public does not, because not a lot of actors are out. And it reminds me of this time I was at brunch with some friends, and one of the friends was bringing up an actor and how he was so hot and stuff, and single, which was exciting. I was like, oh yeah, but he doesn't like play for our team. And she was like, what? And she was like so upset. And I was like, why are you upset? And she was like, he's single. I was gonna like try to go meet him, and I was like, you thought this actor was gonna date you, which sounds mean, but it's like we live in. It's not like because of looks or anything. It's you live in different worlds than these people.
Yeah.
Like we're not in the same.
Well, we also didn't we have a friend who was like obsessed with weirdly Shia LaBeouf and like
Oh my god, that was
tried
not
to
a
like
friend.
go to find him at like Erewhon and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that's not normal behavior. Understand that these are human beings who are doing their job, you know.
And because in the conversation I've been thinking about objectifying men versus women, and obviously there's a huge history of objectifying women. It's interesting because I wonder if part of the reason this feels safe and like it doesn't bother me that people are like, oh my God, he's so hot. And then I'll be like, well, if I say someone's hot, it's objectifying. I think part of the reason that it doesn't bother me or isn't an issue is because I think at least my experience with a lot of the girls that I've talked to who have loved this show, they are saying, yes, these people are so hot, but they're also just loving the people.
Yeah.
Like they're loving that the guy who plays Shane, Hudson is
just a weird little guy.
He's just like outgoing and he's like so charming and he's and
he says weird shit.
And it's actually funny because Ilya is a little bit more like he's just like so awestruck by what has happened to him, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
And so I feel like what a lot of people are loving are it's not just the looks that helps, but they're loving the people.
Oh, they're loving their personality and rooting for them.
Yeah.
Where it becomes an issue is where you're like rooting for them to be your boyfriend.
Well, yes, yeah, of course.
And not living in reality.
Yeah, yeah.
But most people I've talked to have been so respectful and good. And this show, overall the show is just like has a really good audience and like it's such a bright light.
Yeah, it's just positivity. It's all positivity. Also, how awesome that remind me the name of the writer and director?
Jacob Tierney.
Jacob Tierney. How awesome when people started to try and question like the sexuality of the two mains, he was just like, we're not going to do that.
Yeah, we don't deserve to know.
Yeah, we don't need to know that.
That's their personal lives. They are doing their job. We're not owed their personal life.
Dude, that's so awesome. And because he could have, for any marketing reason whatsoever, tried to play into that. And he was just like, that's not what we're doing here. Yeah. That's not what this is.
These are full-fledged characters.
Yes, yeah.
And that's why it's not a fetishization show. It's a show of love, romance, and yearning.
Yeah. And sorry, I know that we're talking about why it's like safe for the girls, the gays, and the days, but can we talk about why I think it's awesome that it's also permeating straight men?
Yeah, of course. I mean, always.
I mean, it's obvious why it's awesome that it's permeating straight men, because the entire story behind like who's going to watch this, it's gay people don't like hockey and hockey players don't care about watching a gay romance, but the fact that it has permeated straight men is just showing that like even within this patriarchal dumb shit that we live in, so many men are just like, wow, I just want intimacy. Like I just want to be able to experience intimacy like
men
that.
are the first victims of the patriarchy.
100%.
Having to ask masculine and like they don't need anything.
Yes. And it's cool that like I obviously don't see much of like the right-wing rhetoric, but like I haven't seen any right-wing rhetoric of like saying that, oh, this is destroying masculinity and blah, blah, blah. I'm sure it's out there. But I haven't seen that.
I think the right wingers are more focused on being ice and crazy.
Well, yeah, that's true. Not all right wingers, obviously.
Are ice.
Yes. Not all right wingers are ice.
But all ice is right wingers.
That is true. That is true.
With that as you may. Okay, let's start going through the episodes.
Okay.
Episode 1. And I'm not describing these episodes because the people here know what happened in them. I'm just pointing out moments that I thought were cool and we can chat about.
Okay, cool.
I will say right off the bat, for both of us, the time jumping was confusing.
I forget the time jumps in the first
episode.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I think it was just because I wasn't expecting. I wasn't expecting to see a scene and then literally the first scene, and then all of a sudden we're 6 months later or something.
Yeah, and then it keeps going and you're like, wait, have 3 years passed? Yes. What's going on?
Also, I know that it's not really about the hockey, but can we just get an understanding of how are these people on so many different goddamn teams? I was like, what the fuck is going on?
The West team,
there's like an
individual team.
ALS or an ELS or an FLS. I have no fucking idea.
Yeah. Yeah, so sometimes they're on one team.
Yeah, it took me a bit to understand that.
I honestly am happy not knowing. I would like to know less of the mechanics of hockey.
Except you were the one who told me the mechanics, because she had obviously seen it before I did, and I was like, "What the hell is going on?"
I just knew that from like life, though. Blues, let's go Blues. You know, because they say L, G, B. Let's go Blues. We yell it.
Oh, wow.
So if you say one more letter, L, G,
2 more
B,
letters.
T.
3 more letters.
Well, then it's the gay community. So turns out St. Louis Blues, we were gay the whole time.
There you go.
Then we get the biking scene, which I love because it's such a good way to show tension without actual sex happening, where they're panting and they're like focusing on their breathing.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, back to the dumb masculinity shit. It's so fun that there are like these 2 gay men who their first thing is actually being competitive with each other.
I was saying I love this about the show is like, because a man and a woman in a relationship can't really roughhouse because there's an obvious power dynamic, but like the fact that these 2 men can roughhouse, and it brings like a fun competitive element to it.
That's what I love about. I love that this is like just like saying fuck gender norms. These are gay people who also like sports
and to roughhouse. I mean?
Yes, it's like awesome.
Would you feel good if I pushed you?
Would I feel good if you pushed me?
Like to roughhouse? Do you want me to bring that
I
to
always want to roughhouse. Although I feel like if we roughhoused, I mean, I'd get hard, which is probably what they do, I guess.
Yeah, competition.
Yes, yeah, and such a good foreshadow. Such a good foreshadow.
Which part?
The biking.
For sex?
Just all of it. That entire scene was like them being enemies, quote unquote, competing with each other physically, and then it ends with the hands.
Yeah, the water bottle back and forth. Yeah, it's the whole season.
It's the whole thing. It's so good.
I think it reminds me of Bring It On, the first movie, when they're brushing their teeth together. Kristen Dunst and the lead guy in Bring It On.
Okay.
And it's just like showing how much sexual tension is there because they're being competitive about like how they're getting in there and like brushing their teeth.
Yeah.
Is similar in that way where I like the showing, not telling of yearning.
I'd be so down to rewatch that tonight, actually.
Bring It On?
Yeah, I haven't seen it in so long. It's
really?
Such a good movie.
It's so good. I watched it during COVID.
Whoa.
Okay, and then in the same scene when they share the water, and I love the captions, because we watch it with captions on, and the captions don't show Aaliyah saying more when Shane's drinking the water, but I think he does say it, and I like that it's so soft. I like that there's the question of it, because I like it just adds the yearning of like what's gonna happen, and kind of like a power dynamic.
Like Ilya tells Shane to drink more?
Yeah, like I think Shane's like drinking the water, and then Ilya like quietly goes, but like you barely hear him say more.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't even catch that.
Yeah, and it's not on the subtitle, so maybe I'm just hearing something, but I really think he's saying it, and I think that's a cool, like, for Shane himself could probably be questioning, wait, is this person hitting? Did they just say more? It's enough to make someone like, what's happening here? That could have been an accident, or it could be in my head. Back
to your consent thing. I think that part of the reason the consent is so awesome in this is because Ilya is dominating for a bit of it. You know what I mean? But when he does it, he's very dominating, and then he becomes so soft and honest when he's like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
And then he says, "I'm okay," and then it's back to dominating, and that is like a foreshadow of that, where it's like, no, you're gonna drink a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's why people love Quinn. Like, which they obviously have their Quinn story, but in general, these Quinn stories, there's this one, I talk about it all the time, Quinn story I love about primal play. It's called Don't Get Caught, where a man is like chasing his girlfriend in the woods. They're they're role playing, obviously, that he's trying to capture her. And like middle of it, he'll be like, just making sure this is okay, baby. Like, everything's good. Okay, you're okay? You're sure you're fine? You want me to go even like harder? Okay. Come here. And it's like, that makes it feel safe.
Yeah.
And then I love, like, they do the shower scene where then you're like, okay, Aaliyah's like fully making his move. He's touching his wiener. And then Shane agrees to go to his room. And I love, it's Shane's first time. And there's a clip of him putting on his suit.
Yes, I love that.
And then he takes it off.
It's very cute.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Yep.
And I love how this show goes through their lives, but I love it's for Shane, this is his first time having sex like this.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah. Was he a complete virgin? I can't remember actually.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I believe so.
Okay.
And then they give each other blowjobs. And then another, when they first hook up, and then another small detail I love that this show does is whenever they hook up, Shane has socks on and Aaliyah doesn't.
Oh, wow.
Which I think is cool.
Yeah.
I think, one, we know Shane is autistic, so he might have like sensory things that his socks help, but it could also feel like a protective mechanism to him. And also, like, I think it just shows that Shane is less sexually free than Aaliyah is.
100%. I think that's more than anything what that is. I didn't notice that, but right when you said it, that's what I thought. Does he still have him on at the very end?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He has it on the whole way.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, I mean, I like socks in the bedroom because my feet get cold and my feet are ugly. So.
Yeah, I wear socks too just because my feet are ugly.
So maybe he's got bunions.
Especially when you're doing reverse cowgirl.
Yeah, and I'm just
then it's
looking
like,
at the feet.
I don't want her to have to see that, you know?
There really should be, like, when we do reverse cowgirl, like, women should get, like, a little screen we get to look at or something. Like a tablet that I can be like...
Yep. That you could actually just rest on the guy's feet so it hides
so
their feet
see,
and
like,
then all you see is the...
Yeah.
Or it's just like a beautiful pair of feet that you're looking at.
We put fake feet on your feet. Because, yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the end of the bed and
Yeah.
your little toesies.
My little toesies.
Your little toesies. And then is the press conference that you love.
Oh God, I love that so much. That's one of my favorite moments in the whole show. I think that was when I was like, oh, I'm really gonna love this show.
Yeah.
I don't know why that affected me so much, like, 'cause it affected me emotionally, and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna love this show so much.
Well, because you love the feet touching.
Yeah.
But you also like Shane standing up for Aaliyah, like getting in there.
Oh yes, yeah. I mean, like, the fact that because we had seen, you kind of see Ilya being, again, for lack of a better way of saying it, the dominant party in that, right? But Shane gets in there and is there for him, and moves it away from him. You know, they both. God damn, the show is so good. They're also, not only are they not taking on like specific gender roles, they're also not taking on specific roles in the relationship.
Like one's not the caretaker versus the other. They're both looking out for each other. They're both taking care of each other.
Yes.
They both sometimes get too in their feels and get scared. Like,
God, it's just like everybody, like,
we're all complex humans.
This show is just like, you can be whoever the fuck you want. Like, that's so awesome. Damn, I love this show.
It's so good.
It's so good.
And then later in the episode, I just think this part of the show is funny. Aaliyah goes to his house, and then Svetlana is in his house alone, and that almost, like, it's not meant to feel this way, but I was like, is this about to turn into a horror? The way that, like, he, like, walked through the house, and they, like, panned with him, and then it's like, there's someone there!
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, she's hot. She's meant to be here.
Yeah.
And I love her character too.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, all the women.
It's so nice that literally every single one of the people who know them, want them to be happy.
Yeah.
Like Svetlana, who that could have easily been written as a character who was like, what about me?
Yeah,
you know?
angry.
But she was just so happy for him.
Yeah.
And Rose later wants, again, that could have been like, what about me? But she was just like, go get him.
I want you to be yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
It's really beautiful. And then the episode ends with Shane winning Rookie of the Year, which I think is nice because it started with Aaliyah getting drafted first. Do you know what drafting is?
Is that when you go to the war?
Yeah, it is. There you go, baby. But and then it has the moment on the balcony with Aaliyah and Shane after. I think this moment is cool because it shows us that even though Aaliyah is harder on the outside, like, he's struggling with all this internal stuff, which, you know, we know that his dad's going to be hard on him when he goes home. His brother's going to be hard on him. He's also just about to go home. And so, like, leaving the U.S. to go be around that is going to be hard for him. But it is funny because I do think in the scene, it's cool because I do think Aaliyah is actually reaching out for help in the scene and intimacy, but Shane doesn't realize it because Aaliyah says, "Not everything is about you, Hollander." When Shane's basically like, "Why are you up in your feels about things? Like, you should be happy I won." And then Aaliyah says, "I go home in 2 days," and Shane goes, "Must be nice." Like, I think Aaliyah was trying to open up the conversation there, and Shane didn't feel what he was putting down, basically. And then,
Well, I'm just as you're telling me about it, I'm remembering it. I think that specifically, because I don't disagree with you, but I think my interpretation of that line was like, "I go home in 2 days. When are we gonna do our thing one more time?" I didn't get it. Like, are you saying you thought it was like, "I go home in 2 days. Ask me about me going home"?
yeah, no, I think he was just looking for comfort. I think he was actually looking for comfort.
So
and he didn't know how to verbalize it.
So I think we're saying, yes, I think we're saying the same thing, because I hadn't thought about it until you just brought it up, but I do think that because then he kisses Shane.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, and that's his comfort. That's him. He thinks that's his comfort.
That's the only way he knows how
Yes.
to ask for intimacy and comfort, is
Yes.
because a lot of times men aren't taught to ask for emotional
Yes.
comfort.
Yep.
They are only taught that physical needs are okay to get met.
Yes.
And so he's like, okay, Shane didn't understand that I needed comfort when I said I'm going home, so now I'm going to kiss him for comfort.
Yeah, or even if in that moment he was saying, "Let's hook up before I go," that's him looking for the comfort. Because, and I do love that, like, it does get brought in with the Russia stuff obviously later, but that is really the beginning of us starting to see that Ilya's like, "God damn, you have this thing that's at home that does mean so much to him, but it has to be horrible being home for all reasons."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But with Shane, he can actually be him.
Totally.
Yeah, and he didn't know how to verbalize that.
Yeah, because you think of his family, they're so harsh.
Yeah.
And where he grew up, and you have to imagine, like, hockey is so harsh.
Yeah.
And no one's expressing anything emotionally.
Yeah. I remember, and this is in the second episode, I think, but I remember there was at one point that I was like, oh, I just feel bad for Shane. And I think your mom said the same thing. She was like, "I feel bad for Shane." And you do, because that is literally a perfect example of seeing somebody who's reaching out to somebody, and the person that they're reaching out to doesn't know how to reach back.
Yeah, but they want to.
They want to. They just don't know how.
Yeah. They haven't been taught.
They haven't been taught how to do that. And I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I actually love that he's from a country that is like a very good, a pluperfect example of patriarchy. You know what I mean?
And rigidness.
And what it means to be a man, and gay is wrong. You know, like that's really good, because it's clean.
Yeah.
But it's actually, to a different extent, happening within the hockey world, happening within America. You know what I mean? So it's good. It's a good analogy for the world that they actually are still in America and in hockey.
Then we have episode 2, where it's called The Olympians. And this is the episode they actually, like, finally bang. Like, there's good build-up beforehand, you know, because we have that moment where Shane goes over to Aaliyah's room but doesn't want to have sex with him because Scott Hunter's in the room next door.
Oh,
like,
yes, yeah.
Doesn't want to be discovered, basically.
Little does he know.
So next time they see each other, little does he know, he's in the community. God damn it. Our dogs will not stop playing with each other. We let them in because they are obsessed with being with us, and then we put them here and they just play with each other, and they're so loud. Oh my God. Just let them.
You might have to hear them screaming for a
You
second.
might have to hear some dog noises in the background. Who are we to get in their way? We're only recording a podcast that I, make money from and stuff.
This is how she puts food on your plates. Okay.
So they finally get to bang after all this buildup. They're in the same city, and Aaliyah comes to Shane's apartment, and it's like kind of this back alley in staircase, and he's like, "You're gonna murder me,"
Yep.
which I love.
Yep. Yeah.
Because even boys have to worry about getting murdered when they're dating. And then when Aaliyah gets there, Shane's mad at him for sexting him before the game. And I think Aaliyah's very funny. He's got good banter. He says, "You were hard, weren't you?" About sexting him before the game.
Oh, yeah. I love because that's the apartment with the stairs, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So we'll get to that part that
Okay.
you're thinking of. And then they have sex for the first time ever. And then
Get it.
it cuts to black, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess the sex's over. But then they keep having it. It's just another position. And I love that. I love that this show is not afraid of sex. Now, so often, these puritanical shows are like, we can't show sex. We've almost gone back to like the 40s where I feel like they're like, okay, we have to have one character with a foot on the floor to show that the characters aren't fucking each other. Because that's what it used to be.
What do you mean?
There
Foot
was
on
like,
the floor.
There was a TV rule or movie rule, I thought, that if there are two characters in a bed together, like kissing or whatever, you have to be showing that one of them have their foot on the floor to show they're not fucking.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah.
You can also fuck with a foot on the floor.
I know. I think they're not very creative.
They obviously haven't done the cobra.
Ew. We don't know where the cobra is. If it's something... Well, I don't know. We haven't done it. But, yeah, I just love that this show's not afraid of sex, because so many shows are now... And Jacob Tierney said that he brought the show to streamers, and they didn't want the main characters to kiss until, like, episode 4 or 5.
That's crazy.
And, like... this puritanical culture we live in, where like...
Was that before it got picked up? Was that...
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad that he stuck with his guns. And
I know, and knew exactly what
yes.
he wanted.
Yeah.
Because
also that HBO girl was like, you guys need to get on this.
Oh yeah, there was a girl who tweeted, she's like, I was the person at HBO that told HBO to like pick up, Heated Rivalry from Crave. And everyone was like, you should get a raise and a promotion. She's like, I did, don't worry. It's like, thank God.
Yeah, of course she did.
Yeah.
If she hadn't, that would have been horrible.
This is their biggest show right now.
Yeah.
Even bigger than The Pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it cuts to black. They're still fucking. They're in a new position. I love it. People are learning new fucking positions from the show that they didn't know before. I didn't know that the straights, as we might call them, didn't know that, that's not their fault. It's our sex education in this country. You can have butt sex in positions other than doggy. Mm-hmm. You can do missionary butt sex, cowgirl, cowboy.
Yeah, missionary butt sex was one that, I knew it was a thing, but I've only known it was a thing for about a year after one of our gay friends told me. I legitimately thought...
Babe, we've had missionary butt sex.
You and I?
Yeah.
When?
When we were at the lake that one time.
No, you were over.
But I was laying. It wasn't like doggy.
No, missionary. By missionary, you mean both facing each other, right?
You didn't know that?
No.
That's crazy. I'm your wife. I teach classes on this.
I didn't know until a year ago. But you don't teach classes on how to have gay sex.
Okay, it's not gay sex, it's anal sex. But I do. I teach workshops on anal sex and positions you can do. I swear you've seen me do anal positions with Greg before, my little doll that I act them out with.
I hate Greg because I want to be in those
Jesse's
classes.
Op. He wants to be who I use for the demonstrations. Question mark.
But yeah, no, I didn't know that until recently.
Yeah.
I knew it before Heated Rivalry, at least. Oh, also, I'm fairly certain, tell me if I'm wrong, they were frauding in there.
Yeah, there was frauding in there. Not in this episode, I don't believe.
Not in this episode, no.
But for those who don't know, frauding is when you are like, your penises are like rubbing against each other, and you're also like stimulating them yourself.
You're like jerking both off at the same time.
Yeah.
That one I've known since high school.
Cool.
Yeah.
Head of the curve, baby. Because, a lot of people are learning about that for the first night. And I also think during that scene, some people are like, what are they doing? They don't understand it.
Yeah, well, yes. Because
it's not showing you
it's not showing
penis.
you that happening.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So I think I'm glad that it's introducing people to all new stuff. But I will say, so this is the Olympic. Oh, so then we have the kiss in the stairs when it's over.
Love that scene.
And this is like the start of the yearning, I think, because the kiss is so tender. Mm-hmm. It shows, it's a kiss that two people who really care about each other would give each other. Mm-hmm. And it's in such juxtaposition to how they talk to each other and treat each other.
Yeah. Well, and I think this is kind of the opposite of what we were just talking about, right? Where Ilya was trying to reach out and, and then in this scene, Shane is actually now, he's like, holy shit, there's something tender here. Mm-hmm. and he's trying to reach out and ask about his family and stuff like that, and Ilya won't talk about it.
Yeah. But he'll kiss him tenderly.
I think this is like, I mean, I think there was still yearning before. I think this is just a new phase of yearning.
Yeah, it's not like just lust yearning.
Yes.
It's like, oh, I want to be near you.
Yeah.
Yearning. And then we're at the Olympics, and I will say, when they are figure skating, or when that guy's figure skating, I was thinking there's got to be a better figure skater than this.
Don't say that about my guy.
He was just like not doing that well. Like, and he was also really tall. I don't know, his body, like, I think he just, he looked really lanky. I don't know, it wasn't giving figure skater to me. I was like, who is this man they cast as this figure? Like, I feel like they should get Tessa and Scott, who are those really famous Canadian figure skaters that have, like, the best sexual tension.
I don't know.
Oh, they even have, like, their own show. But, I think her name's Tessa and Scott, or Tess and Scott. But, like, this guy was like, okay, this could be me on the ice right now. This is not Olympic level figure skating that we are watching. And not,
it's like Disney on Ice or something.
Yeah, and then not your, like, friend turning to you and be like, he crushed it. Like,
okay, but this was actually one of those moments, because we talked about how it's all such a positive show, and there's so many moments in the show where you're like, oh, this could go bad, this could go bad, this is going to go bad, and then it goes good. Mm-hmm. That was one of the moments when his American friend said, I'm assuming your friend is gay, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, oh, he's such a the homo. It was like, good on him. Like, you have to be brave to do that. Like, like there was support for him.
Totally. And I think we talk about this, a lot of the conflict in the show. I mean, there's obviously conflict in the show, but it gets resolved pretty immediately, besides...
I don't think... See, I disagree.
But I think a lot of the conflict comes from our expectations because of the world we live in. Like, when he's talking to Rose, we think it's going to go bad because of... Because shows have kind of made... Like, Game of Thrones, an HBO show, always had, like, the worst case scenario happen. And shows now go with the twists that are, like, really bad often and heartbreaking and trying to make you feel something. And so... When you're having Shane and Aaliyah come out to his parents, or like them riding home from the airport together in the car, like your mind goes to like, oh, is this when they're gonna get caught, or is this when his parents are gonna be mad, or like with Rose, is this who's gonna out them? And it's like that's not this kind of show. This is a safe show.
I think that they knew you were going to expect that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So that brings the tension.
Yes, definitely. But then even then, like that last episode, I know we're not talking about it, but that is a perfect example of it, where it's like, we're actually not watching conflict for 45 minutes. Mm-hmm. We're just watching two people who are trying to connect with each other, finally.
I think that would be, like, if you were a studio exec, they'd be like, where's the conflict? Like, what?
100%.
We're sitting with these characters for too long. Like,
Myself,
what's happening?
If I had read that script, if that was a script that somebody gave me to give notes on, I would be like, where's the conflict?
Yeah.
I would have been wrong.
And people just yearn for fully fledged characters. It's not always about plot. It's also about characters. And we used to have shows that were 22 episodes, where you would get shows that were purely character studies. Mm-hmm. And then now, we're lucky if a show gets 8 episodes. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, well, if there's not something happening every single second, then, like, the audience's attention span isn't going to, like it. And they're not going to want to watch it. And I think this show shows otherwise. We crave humanity, and we crave depth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly.
We don't crave Ryan Reynolds being, like, doing a snarky remark after he, like... shoots the bad guy or whatever.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I think you said it right. We crave humanity. Like, there is something that I've never thought about that, but I think that's 100% right. There's something about the fact that we now have 8-episode series. They're an hour long. Like, the character... Everything is so plot heavy because it's shorter seasons, and because we're getting into this, like, world of, second screen viewing and all that stuff, it's like you do miss the humanity so much of it, because every scene needs to move the plot along, as opposed to, like, in that last episode of this, it's not moving a plot in any different way. It's moving their relationship along, which is awesome.
And just, like, like getting us to understand the characters deeper. But I think that something I really like about this show, which it goes along with the cinematography, is like the show never feels like it's for us or for people watching it, which I think goes along with the sex scenes, but also like the fact that they sit with characters is like this show just feels like there are two people living their lives and we happen to be watching it. It's not voyeuristic where it's like, ooh, I'm watching this and they're doing this to like, you know, cause an audience reaction in this way. I don't feel like I'm being manipulated ever.
Yep.
And with the sex scenes, it feels like it's not like I'm watching them. They didn't film this for a viewer. They filmed these connected moments and there happens to be a camera there, you know, but like this is what the sex would look like whether we were here or not.
100%.
You know, and it's not like it's not thinking too much about the viewer. I'm sure it is, but it doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like I'm an active participant.
No.
It feels like it's just made for them, which I think is what makes it so desirable when watching, is because that just feels different than anything we have on TV right now. It's not like, what's the audience going to respond to this line?
Well, I think that there used to be so much more media that just felt like you were watching people go through their life. And you know, it's interesting because all media, all TV and film is escapism, right?
Yeah.
And so like that's why we want stakes to be raised, because we want to be in this like crazy world, because it's different than ours. But like this is actually the stakes are high.
Life's already hard.
Life is but I mean like this isn't. Life's already hard, so let me show you something different. Life's already hard, but there are beautiful pockets of it if we let it be. And I do want to say the queer community is a beautiful part of it, because any time that we get to go and experience like Pride or anything like that, it's so open to everything. It's just like, just fucking love, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and that's awesome. Like, that's what we crave. Back to you craving humanity. You saying craving humanity. That's what we crave. We crave just like honest fucking like openness and love. And the people who are against all that crave it too. They're just angry they're not fucking getting it, so they take it out on everybody else.
Yeah, that's so true. And I do think like at a time, this hit at the exact right time where, oh my God, where like there's so much evil happening right now. ICE is, you know, taking people off the streets. We're seeing the evilest parts of humanity, but then we're also seeing like all these amazing people in Minnesota come together and show that they care about their neighbors that they don't know, and human empathy and caring about your community is real. And so then I think this show showing that as well is just like, there's actually more good and hope in this world than bad, and like good can defeat evil.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I saw a video of, and I'm fairly certain it was real. Classic AI. But it was like a guy who it was like an older white guy who walked up to his neighbor's house and they had a Ring camera, and he had written in Spanish, and it just said, "I'm going to the store later. If you don't feel comfortable, if you don't feel safe going out, let me know what you want me to buy." And it's just like, that is kind of there is a beautiful part of all this heinous shit that's happening. The silver lining is we're seeing this beautiful part of humanity. Yeah.
Totally. And we're seeing like, actually it's not okay to be evil.
And I think it's not the majority of people who are evil too.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
They're just
the
really
evil
loud
people.
and horrible. But
yes.
like there's more of us than there are of them.
And the people who are loving and quiet, that's what this show is. You know what I mean? Legitimately. It's like quiet and it's loving.
Totally.
And it's beautiful.
And then we meet Aaliyah's dad, and I think that this is a good showing of it's not very heavy-handed. He's not like, "Dad, take your meds, you're sick." It's like, Mom's been dead, and where's Paulina, or whatever his stepmom's name is? And we're like, oh, okay, this is why he's been so stressed. This makes sense why everything's so heavy for him. Outside of Shane, he has something devastating going on in his life.
Well, yeah, totally. And I think I love that you say it's like, going back to the not heavy-handed, because this is also a show that actively defies the second screening idea, which is your audiences are smart and care. Like, they don't say, "My dad has Alzheimer's," or whatever it is. It's like we start to understand that. You know what I mean? And it trusts that we start to understand that.
And a lot of like this scene specifically is in Russian. You have to be watching the show. You
Yeah,
can't be watching another screen.
Yes.
Which I'm like, maybe something that would fix our attention spans would be if we just watch shows in other languages.
That's 100% real, probably.
It is funny. Sometimes when I'm watching shows in other languages, there's a part of my brain that forgets it's not in English. And so when I'm reading the captions, I'm like, wait, do I know Russian? Like, you know, like I'm like my brain's hearing Russian, but I'm like, because I've been reading it in English, I'm like, wait, I know Russian. And then I have to be like, no. The subtitles are English, and you are still very stupid.
She's not stupid.
I did fail Spanish and then had to take it out of the community college. But I'd like to learn it again.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I didn't learn it in the first place.
Yeah. Well, I have a couple buddies who are kind of good at Spanish, you know, but they force themselves to read like 4 or 5 Spanish books. Okay, they force themselves to read like 4 or 5 Spanish books, like in Spanish, because because they're trying to combat, even in reading. Sometimes you go into like an attention deficit, whatever.
Totally zone out.
Yes. Yeah.
I was not making a racist Spanish accent. I was being
sounded very.
I was being Hilaria Baldwin, who pretends to be Spanish because she studied abroad, and then now she's kept it up.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my God, this is Alec Baldwin's wife.
I know who
She
it
acts
is.
like she didn't know the word for lime. She's like, how do you say lima? Or what? It's like, girl, you're from here.
Wait,
it's like it's giving the girl who studies abroad for 1 semester, and it's like, you guys wouldn't just understand the culture.
It's so weird because that's like we were when we got back from Greece. That sounds weird because she started by being like, I don't know anything about this culture.
Yeah.
And then she ended with, I am this culture.
Yeah, totally. You know, you gotta love the commitment to the bit.
I think the best,
constantly be faking an accent is wild.
Yeah. I think the best thing that we ever did was not buy a house in Greece, which we really wanted to, and obviously had no money to do that. But if we had, we would have been insufferable.
Oh, you Americans don't understand. You gotta be more like the Greeks, just like us. And but that's what happens when you go abroad. You're like, oh, America's the bad place, like to be cheesy. And then you go abroad and you're like, everywhere else is much better. There's public transportation. The people are nice. Things are affordable. Why do we live in America? And then you're like, we should just live in Greece. And we were literally like, we were making a plan to live in Greece. And then on the way home in the plane, you're like, fuck, I guess like all my family lives in America and like my friends and my job. And so that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Well, it's a beautiful dream.
When we got back from Greece, I literally called my friend and I was like, when I was standing in customs, it was just instantly different than customs in Greece.
Customs in the U.S., they were screaming at us.
They were
screaming at like people from other countries. I'm like, this is people's first view of the U.S.
Yes.
No wonder people hate us. And then when we get at customs in Greece, they're like, hi, Yassas, like, good day.
Yeah. And then, but then when I said to my friend that was happening, he was like, oh, dude, we're at the end of an empire. Like, this is the decline of
this is the 250th year. This episode has turned into how America's crumbling.
Yeah, I mean, it's so lame. I mean, like, yeah, America.
We need to get out of here. And I mean that seriously. But, okay, and then we have the moment with, because, you know, Aaliyah has lost the Olympics at this point. Like when he sees his dad and his dad's disappointed in him. And then they're at a party and then Svetlana saves him and brings him downstairs and we meet Sasha. And I like that moment because one, it shows us Svetlana is cool. She's just like, you guys want to fuck? Go for it. Like she doesn't have any jealousy or like feel any ownership over Aaliyah. She just is like, we're all friends. Like we friends be fucking.
Yeah.
Which I think is cool that she like facilitates them talking. But then I also think it's cool that Aaliyah shuts down Sasha because, you know, he might be hooking up with other girls, but he's just thinking about one man.
He's only thinking about one man. Was that before, had they had any conversation other than just Ilya saying, I hook up with guys and girls? Like, had he and Shane talked at all about...
I don't know. I don't believe so.
Okay. Because that was one thing I thought was really, really awesome was... when Shane started to have feelings, it never ended up being like a negative, overbearing, it never ended up being like the classic trope of jealousy. You know what I mean? He was jealous, for lack of a better way of saying it, but it was never in ownership. It never felt like I own you now or something. You know what I mean? it was just like, I really want to connect with this guy, you know?
Yeah, there's something beautiful about dating, like in general, or you know how we've talked to people who are poly or E&M about like you date these other people, you try it out, but like at the end of the day, that one person you come back to and choose over and over again is your person. And like and this really shows that like Aaliyah dated all these people and he could have had anyone.
Yeah.
But he yearned for Shane.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
chose him.
Yeah.
Aaliyah wins the cup. We're happy for him after the Olympics. He needed a win.
He needed a win.
My boy needed a win. And then Aaliyah and Shane present a award together.
Yes.
And
yes.
I wanted them to do this bit at the Golden Globes because it would have been funny if they just did the exact bit. The Golden Globes bit was... I learned that CBS, I guess, acquired WEE or whatever. What is it called? UFC.
What in the flying fuck was that? That was the weirdest shit. They didn't even say anything.
No, and they didn't have anything to do with Heated Rivalry or these stars. Oh my god.
Good Lord. No, they didn't even say anything. They just... It was actually fucking horrible when you think about it. Because it was like...
It was like, this is Trump's America.
Because it was like... Okay, we have this really amazing, beautiful show about gay people. Let's get some fucking heat in there first. You know what I mean? And they had like the strobing lights and they just came out like fucking mean mugging everybody. And it was like, what?
Yeah, no one clapped. No one knew what was happening.
It was horrible.
Hudson and Connor played their parts of the bit beautifully. I don't think the Golden Globes gave them enough clapping. I think there was some jealousy in that room about the new It Boys in town.
Well, the entire...
Leonardo DiCaprio, I'm looking at
you! The entire Golden Globes felt like...
I mean, the Golden Globes are always stupid. They mean nothing.
But I mean,
the
like,
HFPA
even
is
if
not a real thing.
Even if they don't mean anything, it's like... You guys have the biggest platform in the world right now. You should be like Mark Ruffalo was the only person who said something about what was going on with ICE. You know what I mean? Like I guess there were a couple people that were wearing the pins.
Yeah, I think Ariana Grande wore a pin. I'm sure Hannah Einbeiner's probably said something on the carpet, and I didn't see. But
but it's just like everybody should be saying that right now.
It used to be when people accepted awards, they would say stuff like that. And
well, even like the Smartless guys, whom I listen to them and I like them, like. They did such a huge push before Trump got elected to not get Trump elected. And now that this shit is happening, it's like, dudes, keep talking about it. Keep fucking talking about it.
Stop developing your own cell phone network.
Cell phone network, guys? Jesus, you have enough money.
Happy? You're already rich.
You have enough
Why are you
fucking
creating
money?
a cell phone network? We don't need it. I mean, Verizon did go out the other day, but we don't need yours.
That actually does blow my mind because I know you don't listen to it, but they were like very hot and heavy about get Trump out of office or not back in office. And then right when he won, not a peep ever.
So wild.
It's so weird.
It's like this world he's cast a spell over us.
Trump? I mean, he's cast a spell over certain people.
Like the witches are coming for him. They're casting back.
We can only hope.
But then, so they do the awards speech together, and then this is some yearning where Aaliyah puts his hand down Shane's back as they're presenting, which is, I think, something great about yearning in forbidden romances is loving someone or liking someone so much or wanting them so much that even in public, when it could crucify you, liking them so much that you're willing to take that chance.
Yeah, because... By the way, they always have like the person who walks them on and off stage. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
That little kid was like seeing that shit happen.
I don't think they had that person for this show.
They definitely have that person in every show.
I don't know for sports shows if they do that.
There's always a person there I'm not talking about like the presenters, obviously.
They were the presenters.
I know. I'm talking about the person that's always there to walk them away. You know what I'm talking about? That dude is like this like 20-year-old kid who's trying to become a fucking hockey player or something. And he was just watching that happen.
And he kept quiet because he's an ally. And then I think Shane's kind of sad at this point because like I think he had texted Aaliyah prior and Aaliyah had not texted him back, so now he like has mixed signals from him, but meanwhile we know Aaliyah's just going through a really hard time because of his dad and he lost the Olympics. And
this show does texting so goddamn well too.
Oh, it's so good.
I was in a film with texting, no big deal.
It was literally called, what was it called? Texting.
Oh no, not that one.
What was that one called? The Lifetime movie.
Oh no, that was Love at First Like. Thank you.
Oh, like, so it's
Go
more
check it out on Peacock.
Facebook related.
Yeah, for some
Super
reason.
common and, like all the kids are using it.
But no, like they tell you can never make something like you can never leave texting for too long because it's too much reading on screen and not enough's happening. But like there was one scene, I can't remember in what episode, where they were texting for a solid like 3 minutes.
Yeah, it was great.
And it was just like so good. And like the fact that like in the elevator, when was that? When's that scene in the elevator where he writes?
That's coming.
Where he's
Yeah, I write that down. That's the end of this episode.
Oh, that's where I was like, oh my God, I feel so bad for him.
I know. But my mom she was too much of an empath for this show. Because
everybody felt
no,
bad for
I
him
know,
at that
I know.
moment.
It's very sad. But my mom was literally like.
But I think what I think your mom was doing was being like, okay, I feel bad for Shane. It's Ilya's fault. Whereas like the entire point is like Ilya's also struggling.
Totally.
And he just doesn't know how to do this.
It's the league's fault and it's Russia's fault.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to say that.
You could definitely say that.
Okay. Russia don't come for me.
Because quite literally in this series, it is Russia's fault.
Yeah, it is Russia's fault.
Yeah.
They agree to go back to Aaliyah's hotel room. And, Aaliyah gets to tell Shane whatever, to do whatever he wants because Aaliyah won.
Because Aaliyah won, yeah.
He tells Shane, get on the bed, take your panties off, and show me how you touch yourself. And it is hot. That is domination.
A little mutual mask.
A little mutual mask we love. That's an underrated form of intimacy. And also, like, saying vodka is Shane's reward. Like, you don't get any until you come. That's very, like, that's just a Dom thing. Like, that's when you get your reward. And so, like, I like that the show has different levels of hookups in it, too. It's not all the same kind of hookup. We have frauding. We have sex. Penetrative. We have...
Blowjobs. We have mutual masturbation. Yep.
We have you're on the phone and I'm going down on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We have eye contact.
Which I love. You don't like that as much, but I love.
I don't like there's other people involved.
Yeah, she doesn't like it. Yeah.
This ain't about you. This is about me and my husband. Get out of our business. Repairman my husband's on the phone with.
I'm just trying to get some spackling done.
Is that what it's called? Spackling?
Spackling is what you do in a drywall.
It's called. Oh, I thought it was spocking. I don't know.
No, there's caulking.
Caulking.
But then there's spackling.
Oh.
Caulking goes
and then
in.
You're like, I like
spackling
this
is out.
spackle.
Is
that a sentence you would say?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I love this spackle.
I love this spackle.
This spackle, great spackle.
It's like a backsplash of the wall, right?
No, I think a spackle is literally, I don't know.
Then Shane brings up Russia, and he says, so Russia this year was something else to Aaliyah after their mutual masturbation when they're in bed.
Okay.
And I feel an immediate flick in Aaliyah because...
A flick or a flip?
A flip. A flick of the wrist. Because he doesn't want to think about Russia. That's like the part of his life that brings him down. And... Then he immediately shuts down, which is what we're talking about.
Yeah, this is all more of the Shane now trying to reach out, and Ilya doesn't know how to.
And Ilya doesn't know how to communicate what's wrong, and so then basically Shane leaves in a, not happy because it wasn't an emotional connection they had. It was Ilya being in his own head, and that's when we get this heartbreaking moment of we didn't even kiss when he's texting it out. And then he deletes it. I'm like, send it, baby!
It's so good.
I mean, don't, because it will push him away because Aaliyah's an avoidant, but, like...
It's so good.
You deserve to be kissed.
Yeah. But I mean, like, just from a fucking, like, TV filmmaking perspective, because I'm a filmmaker, just from like, a making it perspective, like, that writing is so good. I mean, the writing in this entire thing is beautiful and is so good. But, I mean, like, that is just, like... It's not Shane saying, I'm sad because we didn't get a connection. We're seeing him literally do something all of us have done, which is type something out and then erase it, and how heartbreaking that is. Like, that simple thing showed so much. It's just so good.
When I was in my anxious girly phase, okay, still in my anxious
girly
phase.
When did that end?
But when I was dating in my anxious girly phase, I said every text, except for when I met you, because then I was like, oh, I have to be more normal around this guy because I actually really like him.
Yep.
But, like, any intrusive thought that came in my head, like, do you still like me? Are we on for tonight? And they're like, no. You just turned me off more than I could have ever imagined by expressing emotions to me. Okay, and then we have episode 3. Oh, one last thing I want to say. I don't know, there's no specific moment I wrote down when this happens, but Aaliyah calls Shane boring often. Mm-hmm. And I saw a therapist on Threads saying that that's because Aaliyah is so used to his nervous system being so out of whack because he's on edge around his family and, in life. And Shane is quote unquote boring to him because he feels comfortable and calm around him.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he's also making fun of him and being cheeky, but like, that's a really beautiful thing when your nervous system can be just calm around someone.
100%. Think about the thing that is, for me, the perfect epitome of that is when he says at the cottage, he says, so we just sit and look at the fire. Mm-hmm. And then the next thing is Ilya's head in Shane's lap and they're just watching the fire.
Yeah. Okay, then we get to episode 3. I like episode 3. People are saying on the rewatch, some people aren't watching episode 3. And I'm like, you're wild, because that's what makes episode 5 so rewarding.
They're not liking episode 3 because it's like...
not about the main characters. Like, people like it, but they're not always watching it on the rewatch.
Yeah,
Which I'm like, I think that's just what makes it hit so hard when you watch episode 5, obviously, because we got to spend time with these characters 100%. And it's not about the plot 100%. And
I have said this to you before, and I'm going to go down dying. I'm going to die on this hill. I think the fact that, because they were originally the two mains.
I think of the original book. I'm not one of the book readers. Apologies to everyone. But Rachel Reed, we love you.
But Jacob Tierney was so fucking smart to say, it's actually these two guys, and we're going to use because not only is that so satisfying, and that's because of episode 3, not only is episode 5's ending so satisfying, but it allows our main characters to do what we want them to do. Like, that's so smart. That's so smart. It would have felt a little bit on the nose, maybe, if our main characters had ended at episode 5 like that. Because that's a really big romantic gesture. The fact that it's a big romantic gesture for B characters, and that allows our A characters to do something that we've just wanted them to do, which is not a big romantic gesture. Yeah, we just want them to be with each other. Yeah, we just want them to have the time to be with each other. That is so smart.
Yeah, no, I love it. I mean, I love episode 3. I love Francois. I think he's so hot. He's talented.
He's in my humble opinion, I think he's the best looking guy on the show.
He can do no wrong.
Again, like the acting in this show too, because none of it ever feels overblown. None of it ever. It's just like people living their lives.
Yeah.
And he, like, the biggest we ever see him get is when he gets like nervous at the art show.
Yeah.
And then like walks away. And then how amazing is it that he says that he's like, I'm so sorry to Kip, and Kip's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I think, so some of the commentary online was like, Kip is the most fit one out of everyone. This smoothie guy is like so fit. Like, this isn't realistic. And I'm like, have you not lived in a gay community before? Because like, that is very common.
One of her favorite groups of people is the WeHo firemen, because they're all like also actors.
Yeah, they're also actors. They're fit. I mean, yeah, like the Crescent, the gay frat house I lived in is what I call it, because it was so fun, and we'd have gay like pool parties with all the gay guys there every weekend, and everyone was so fit. I'm like, the postman is fit here.
Yeah.
Like
literally.
It is realistic for the smoothie man in New York City to be fit.
When I'm walking down one of the streets here and I see, because it's a different postman, that street, and I see him very frequently because I'm always walking the boys around the same time. And every time I see him, I'm just like, one, I'm like, dude's good looking. Two, I'm like, that guy looks cool as fuck. Because he's got like, he's a little tatted up. You know what I mean? He just like looks like he's rocking out. Yeah. I guarantee he's rocking out to like a Green Day or something. I'm just like, this guy's dope.
Cool.
Yeah.
Really cool.
It's so cool.
Yeah, we live in a hot person place, which just emphasizes how ugly I am.
We were talking the other day about how she and I aren't aspirational. We're relatable.
We're not. People don't look at the content and think, wow, Abby, she's like I want to be like her.
Nobody's asking for our
They're
OnlyFans.
like, no, this is what I'm like. God damn it.
Nobody's asking for our OnlyFans.
No one's asking for our skincare routine, how I do my hair. I mean, I haven't even showered in 2 days and I'm recording this podcast. I just show up like I am, okay? And that's fine, because at least I'm here. I love the sports bar in the show, that episode, because it reminds us we need community. That's so nice to have they know the bartender and they have a rapport with him. It reminds me of the Belmont where, I got my little rapport with people. But I also just think, I hope Gen Z watches this show, because I think that's something that, we are all so isolated right now. And I think Gen Z, because they came up during the pandemic, they didn't really get to experience being a regular somewhere.
Yep.
And I hope they see that and it encourages them to become a regular somewhere. That's the best feeling in the world, is walking into your local coffee shop and being like, hey man, let's hang out. Let's have our rapport. Let's talk about this weekend. Let's catch up.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, we both have the same place that have had it at different times.
What?
Meaning we've both had the same.
Oh, Belmont?
Yes.
Yeah, has been
I didn't know if
different.
we could say Belmont because you dox us.
Oh.
But yeah, we both have had the Belmont.
Yeah. We love the Belmont in this house. I do wish it were a little more bright in there, but I'll take what I can get.
It's dark.
It's really dark. The walls are literally painted black. And my depression, I'm like a flower. I need sunshine, just like Kip and Scott need sunshine.
They do. Everybody deserves
Everyone
sunshine.
deserves sunshine. And I love Elena
But
saying
this
you
is
deserve
this
sunshine
is also
too.
this is a gripe that I have Thank you for saying
Send it
that.
to the sewers.
This is going to be my send it to the sewers.
Okay.
Remind me.
Okay. And then, Scott invites Kip to go to dinner, after Kip's
Yes.
serving catering.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting to me. This is the one, I guess, where's his head at thing I have, where Scott's okay being seen at dinner with him and talking to him when he's catering, but then he's not okay later being seen at the art show with him. And when they're at the fundraiser, he's talking to him like he's a new person. I'm we don't have to. You are allowed to have friends. I feel that was a weird change.
I agree with you about the fundraiser. The art show thing though, because the reason
it's for their house.
the reason he got uncomfy was he was
our wall could use
our
this.
wall could use this. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, which I'm just you were, but the fundraiser, I was you were asking this man to dinner.
Yeah.
You were allowed to have friendship.
Yeah, you're allowed to have pals.
Yeah. What are we doing here?
Yeah. But I also think that's a good device to show how isolating the entire patriarchal society, whatever is,
And I like Scott's monologue about wanting Kip to stay. After they hook up, he's I want you to stay.
Yeah.
It does give me a little serial killer vibes, but I'm glad that they joke about serial killer vibes.
I guarantee they joke about serial killer vibes because of the fact that it gives serial killer vibes. I think that just his apartment and how quiet and reserved he is, he does, and the fact that he's working out, he does give a little bit of serial killer vibe.
Also, if romance characters acted that way in real life, in most romance tropes or romantasy books, if the main male character acted like they do in a romantasy, they do in real life, like they do in a romantasy, it would give serial killer. How we always talk about the main character in a romantasy being you gotta get out of the room right now or else I won't be able to control myself.
I won't be able to control myself.
That's bad.
Yeah, it's not great.
But if you're in a romantasy book with context, I guess, and it's
beautiful.
Safe. Yeah, it's beautiful. And this is similar vibes where it's I want you to stay in my house.
Yeah, yeah.
It's okay, this is a fantasy.
Also, people saying that they don't like the third episode.
They're not saying that. Some people have skipped it on the rewatch.
But I wouldn't skip it specifically for one reason. Can I tell you that?
Yeah.
For one moment.
Yeah.
What do you think it is? There's one moment in there. It's actually maybe my second or third favorite moment in the show.
Him watching them for his birthday. Scott watching them in the window.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. It's him going. It's him saying, "I have something for you in the closet."
Oh.
And then he goes and he looks. I was expecting it to be some big kind of gesture-y thing, like the pictures that the paintings that they were looking at. But it just says, "For my man." That is so fucking beautiful. I'm literally getting emotional thinking about it.
But his man, it's for his man, and it's in the closet.
Oh, wow.
This show has so much depth.
Oh my God,
Just
dude.
no, there's a lot.
But how sweet is that for my man?
Yeah, he's showing him he loves him in the ways he can, which is really great. And then
But think about what that meant to Kip to see For My Man.
But then he goes to the fundraiser and he's acting like he doesn't know him, and it's this whiplash
Yeah.
of
Oh, I actually this is my biggest gripe plot wise
okay.
because he does.
Oh, how is the fundraiser he's invited to 2 months ago happened to be the fundraiser Scott Hunter's hosting?
No.
That's like, because remember, Elena's like, you still got to go to the fundraiser with me. Like, she'd planned like 2 months in advance. She
Right.
had asked Kip to be her date to this fundraiser.
Yeah.
It also just happens that fundraiser is Scott Hunter's fundraiser.
Oh, that's fine. That doesn't bother me. But the thing that bothered me was he says to him, "I left something for you in my closet."
Yeah.
He says this when it's daylight out. Then we cut to Kip in the room, in the apartment. Kip, it's nighttime.
Yeah.
And Kip's like watching the game or something. I think he's watching a TV. And he talks to his dad and everything. And then he hangs up. Time has passed here. He has been in the apartment. Been in the apartment long enough to turn the TV on, all this stuff, talk to his dad. Somebody tells you they have a gift for you in the closet. You're not waiting hours to go see what it is.
I don't remember.
If I told you that I
timing
had
of
a gift for
everything.
you, you would go look at it immediately.
Probably, but
Yes.
I don't remember the timing of everything. But that's another like thing about this show that's so sweet is Kip's dad and just like the people around the main characters having such supportive people in their lives.
Yeah, I
like,
loved his dad.
When he comes home to his dad and starts crying after he's devastated about not getting his sunshine with Scott, basically.
And what does his dad say?
His dad, like, my boy.
My boy.
And he hugs him. It's so sweet.
This is how I know you and I love each other, and this is how I know when people love each other. Because you
My
and
girl,
I
my
say,
boy.
my girl, my boy.
My sweet boy. Then we end the episode with Scott standing outside at the birthday party, which it is interesting. Like, when Kip asks Scott to go to the birthday party, again, Scott, you're allowed to have friends. You can come to the birthday party as his friend.
Yeah, but I think he kind of assumed that, like, everybody at the party would know and that sort of a thing.
like-
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be, like, implying
Yeah.
things.
I do think that we're not putting... I think that we're, like, with the fundraiser thing, I think we're not putting the pressure of being a famous person on
Yeah.
Scott. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I understand.
Yeah. Do you understand? Because you're, like, Oh, you're saying because you're famous. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm joking.
Okay.
LOL. I know exactly what Scott's going through. Connor doesn't reach out to me. I get it. If you need someone to confide in who just understands the pressures of fame.
The biggest jealousy that I've ever faced in my life is the fact that she's famous and I'm not.
I'm not famous. Oh my God. But I am, if you guys want to reach out to me and talk about it. I understand walking places and just trying to avoid the paparazzi at all costs. They won't leave you alone. They have questions for days. I had
someone come up
lights,
to me.
cameras, my life is like a circus.
I had somebody come up to me the other day and say, "Wow, I really loved your one line in Love at First Like."
When you're a magician?
I'm a magician.
It's gorgeous.
And I had 3 lines.
Wow. And then, so Scott standing outside watching them have the birthday party. Devastating. So sad.
Yes.
I will say, I was like, it's very convenient that they happen to be having this birthday party right in front of the window.
Okay. Stop finding things. You have to let there be things that allow us to see the things.
Oh, I know,
You know what
of
I
course. No, this is all from love. And just like,
I don't like it.
okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm sorry, man in charge of the fan club for Heated Rivalry. I didn't mean to upset you.
I'm just saying,
I didn't know we couldn't make jokes.
Don't find
On a
things to
comedy
dislike
podcast.
about this
No,
show because
I
the
love
show
it.
is so
it's so
beautiful.
good and so pure. No, I just that's my brain always clocks those elements of like the reality of making shows since I worked on a show. I'm famous and also I'm a TV writer. Do you guys know this?
She is a TV writer.
One episode of TV, and the episode doesn't exist in the world anymore.
It does not.
They took it off they took it off Disney Plus, so I can't get residuals. God damn it, guys.
Yeah.
I'm trying to afford to be alive.
This is the problem.
This is the problem with streamers. So, okay, we did episode 1 through 3. We love the show. We're going to talk about the other episodes.
Which they get, 4, 5, and 6 are all bangers. Bangers.
So we're going to talk about these episodes in part 2, but before...
Sorry, just for the end of that. So where did we leave? Oh, we left Ilya and Shane at the We Didn't Even Kiss.
Yeah.
That was the last thing we saw. Okay.
So we're craving to know what's happening
Yeah.
next.
Crave.
On Crave.
On Crave.
And so let's get into Send It to the Sewers.
Okay. You want to go first? You want me to?
I'll go first. Okay. I'm sending to the sewers The Traitors casting. Most of the cast, stunning, amazing, beautiful. Why are you casting the worst men alive to put on the show and make me subjected to their horrible mannery? Like Colton Underwood, literally Cassie had to get a restraining order against him because
that's really crazy that nobody talks about that.
Stalked her and literally put a tracking device in her car, and then he was like, "It's okay, guys, I'm gay," and it's like, no.
He successful did what Kevin Spacey tried to do.
Yes, when he was like, "Guys, I'm gay," and we're like, that doesn't excuse all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, there's gay people don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, but Colton got away with it.
Yeah.
And now is like going for this Pilot Pete, Dylan Efron cut
Good
where
guy
he's the good
situation,
guy.
yeah.
And it's like, no, you stalk someone and made them like kind of threaten them, if I'm remembering the text correctly. Like, what are you doing on my TV screen? What is this redemption tour? And then also Michael Rappaport, get this man off my screen. The way he eats, the way he drinks is disgusting, and he's just a disgusting person. He is not pleasant to look at. Like, he's one of the people who, like, there are unattractive people in the world, and that's absolutely fine. He is unpleasant to view. His outsides match his insides.
Yeah.
And that's God. That was the work of God.
So she's sending to the sewers God.
God said, karma. Michael Rappaport. I actually once saw Michael Rappaport live.
Well, didn't God also make his insides? So...
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'm not a religious person. I don't know the logic of God. But I once saw Michael Rappaport live at the Laugh Factory. Is that the one? Is the Laugh Factory?
Either Laugh Factory or Comedy Store. One of the two.
Okay. And immediate bad vibes. Rancid vibes. And I can laugh about things as seen by this podcast. I'm making jokes about Heated Rivalry. Jesse's too precious. It's fine. But I love Ariana Grande, but I'm not too precious. I understand there are things that we can make fun about Ariana Grande for, like you can any famous person. But it was going for the low blow stuff that was like sexist and also like her trauma, and it just was like...
Oh, he was making jokes about Ariana.
Yeah, and it was just like, this is not...
Yeah.
This isn't funny, and this is you actually just coming after someone.
Yeah.
It's not. This is not a joke. You're just a mean person.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I could just send him to the sewers, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, what's your send it to the sewers?
What was it going to be? Fuck. What were we just talking about?
I don't know, but I have to pee so bad.
Earlier in the episode, Abigail mentioned that she wanted sunshine, which is rich coming from her, because we used to live in a corner apartment, and so it was very, very sunny. Now we live not in a corner apartment, not as sunny. I want to turn the lights on during the day.
You want to turn the overhead bright
I want to turn the overhead bright lights on during the day, because
Griff already read you to filth about this.
It's dreary. He read me to filth about it at night. It's dreary. She doesn't let me turn on the overhead lights, and it's dreary.
We need the yellow warm lighting. The other lighting is too fluorescent. It gives people headaches. It's too much.
There has to be something in between, because yellow warm lighting makes me tired.
That's you probably.
There has to be something in between.
Everyone agrees with me, so I don't know.
No, I don't think everybody agrees.
Everyone agrees. Yes, no one's like, I wish there was more white fluorescent hospital overhead lighting.
I bet the straight men agree with me.
Silence. Because there's not one straight man who listens to this podcast. There might be. I don't know.
I actually met a straight man this weekend who listens to your podcast.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
I met him too.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have one dog sitting on the other dog. Okay, this is time to wrap this up. We will be talking about Heated Rivalry.
Michael Rappa, pour this up.
No, again next week. Love you guys. Thank you, for our friends, for listening, and see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.